Okay, we'll go ahead and call this meeting to order at 6:30 PM. Go ahead and please rise, pledge of allegiance. Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States to the republic and one nation indivisible, liberty. Roll call. Council's president. Children present.
Present. Or Houston, President.
Approved meeting minutes for 6/2, regular meeting minutes.
I'm going to approve 6/2/2026 regular meeting minutes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Approved claims for July 2026 docket.
I'm going to approve the claims for July 2026 docket.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approved in June 2026 bank reconciliation.
Move to approve June 2026 bank reconciliation.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Public requests to speak not related to an agenda item. Real quick, unfinished business, the FTIC compliance statement of benefits, real estate and personal property. This was on last month's agenda. There was an issue with the dates, and that's exactly what it was the dates. FTIC is in compliance. So. Motion to approve.
I'm going to approve the FDIC compliance statement of benefits, real estate. And personal property.
A second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Walked in just in time. Now.
I thought you were holding that.
Or is that in the packet?
The what?
The resolution. I don't have one.
I do not either.
That was me. I did that. But here.
Resolution 2026-07, Steve Leak Day. Resolution of the Town of Jamestown, State of Indiana, designating July 11th, 2026 as Stephen B. Leak Day. Steve Leak is a longtime resident in the town of Jamestown, Indiana. Steve Leak has consistently served in Jamestown, the state of Indiana, and its residents. Steve Leak's service to the town of Jamestown, the state of Indiana, includes and is not limited to 60 years as a member of the Jamestown Volunteer Fire Department. And whereas Steve Leak's past and ongoing service to the town of Jamestown, state of Indiana, and its residents, the town of Jamestown, state of Indiana, by and through its town council, desires to designate July 11th, 2026 as Stephen D. Leak Day. Now therefore be it resolved, the town council of town of Jamestown, state of Indiana, as follows. The above recitals are incorporated into this resolution in honor of service provided to the town of Jamestown, state of Indiana by Steve Leak. July 11th, 2026 is hereby declared Stephen D. Leak Day. Stephen D. Lake Day shall commence at 12:00 a.m. on July 11th, 2026, and conclude at 11:59 p.m. on July 11th, 2026. Motion to approve. Are there any questions?
No questions for me.
I move we approve resolution 2026-07, Stephen D. Lee Day.
Second.
All in favor?
I
Aye. Do you, as a member of the council, like to present to you the award for your dedication to the town of Jamestown and the community. We thank you very much. And send in just a small piece of our gratitude for everything that you've done. Thank you. Congratulations.
Please do.
About time to turn on.
Oh, just friendly.
That way.
Oh, good.
Sorry.
Too many of the moms are trying to take things. Let's get up here for one more minute. I have a special guest here I'd like to introduce. I'm State Fire Marshal Office. Stephen has got some awards for you as well.
I come from the big city. No, I'm appointed by, actually, was whole command Braun to be the state farm marshal of Indiana. And I represent 7.5 million voters. Come on, man. Anyway, I represent 7.5 million Hoosiers, over 800 fire departments, over 17,000 firemen. Did you know that you've been a fireman here over 21,900 days? And this is the gravity of what's happened here. And I don't want to make just an award. 21,900 days he's been a fireman. That's huge. And I always ask questions are kind of odd. But how many times have you checked the oil in the fire engine? Yes, wanted to but over your lots. How many times have you put in? How many feet of hose have you loaded?
Oh, I don't hear anything.
How many runs have you made?
Too many.
How many people have you trained?
Terrible.
It's huge what somebody's done for 60 years anywhere in the state of Indiana. And I'm very privileged to be the state fire marshal of Indiana and to meet people like you. Most people in Indiana, the legislative people, won't come out to Jamestown and say, "Oh, thank you." But I'm blessed to have the opportunity to do that because you've touched a lot of lives in 63 years. And I want a time to be remiss if I didn't thank the family. Because you can't do this for 60 years without supporting the family. And I'm guessing if your family was like mine, they spent a lot of time at the firehouse.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, and I've got a daughter, she's 34 right now. She was at the firehouse, everybody called me Jonesy at the firehouse. And when she was about age 4 or 5, instead of calling me dad, she started calling me Jonesy. And my mother, and I told her, don't worry about it. That's who you are. And she calls me on the phone. I didn't use it when I did a Father's Day card. It's titled Jill's in my house. And I just want to thank the family because this is absolutely huge. And on behalf of the state of Indiana, we have 7.5 million Hoosiers, 17,500. I want to present to you the State Fire Marshal's Meritorious Service Medal. This is State Fire Marshal, State of Indiana Meritorious Service Medal, Stephen D. Lee, firefighter, Jamestown Fire Department. The State Fire Marshal's Meritorious Service Medal represents several years of dedication to the fire service. In honor of Stephen D. Lee for his 60 years of dedicated and unselfish service to the Jamestown Fire Department, to the citizens of Boone County, and the great state of Indiana, thank you for your service. And I always read about, because this medal has images on it, and I wanted to describe what it is. The medal is worn on a 30-inch neck ribbon. The color of the neck ribbon is blue and gold, which depict the Indiana state colors. The 2-inch circular medallion has several symbolic messages engraved on the 3-tiered face. Engraved on the top outer ring are the words "State of Indiana," which signify that this award is presented by the State Fire Marshal's Office on behalf of the state of Indiana. Engraved on the bottom outer ring are the words "Meritorious Service." This indicates that the individual receiving this award has faithfully served the fire service for many years, 21,900 days. The state seal depicted on the medallion center resting on the Maltese cross, the fire service symbol of bravery and service. A laurel of Hoosier wheat surrounds the state seal. Above the Maltese cross are 3 stars that represent the dimensions of the fire service: the volunteer fire service, the career fire service, and the wives and husbands of the firefighters who are asked to support the lifestyle considerations unique to the fire service. The 2 stars on both sides of the outer ring symbolizes the partnership between the State Fire Marshal's Office and the local fire service working together to protect the communities in the state of Indiana. So, very much appreciate what you've done. And I thought it was interesting because I always read about the history of where I'm going. And Jamestown was the county seat from 1830 to 1832. And I would like to see the town put a sign up that says former state or county seat.
There was a great big mural with it on it.
Yeah, anyway, I appreciate the town, appreciate you, and I appreciate the great work that the fire department does out here. And I tell this everywhere I go. If the citizens of the United States were more like the fire service, this country would be unimaginable. I thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning. I know we've got 13 new sets of gear at the fire station. I've been telling everybody that we're waiting on boots, which is still true. And we're not handing anything out until we get everything, so everybody can have everything at once, except for you. I wanted you to have your helmet first. And wanted you to be recognized. Couldn't put old business on there, didn't think that was too professional for the fire ground. And some of your other nicknames are spoken in this room. But so everybody can see, Steve is, it has been for quite a while, our senior man.
Thank you, Steve, for all that you've done and all that you've taught us. Good. We won't go there, but I have to tell one story, just so you might be able to track. Steve is the only firefighter that I know of that has been attacked by a bear while on a fire run.
In Jamestown?
In Jamestown. We were out on the grass fire one time and we were out there and next thing you know, we're pulling hoses and here comes Steve, bloody from the head down. And I'm like, I go running over there and I'm like, what is wrong? What happened? He goes, I don't know, but there is a big bear right over there. He was grabbing the old couplings, the old brass couplings, and did a flip. Boop, right in the forehead. We're still looking for the bear. We didn't put it in the paperwork, but I do believe he's the only firefighter in the state of Indiana that got attacked by a bear.
Yeah, yes, you did.
I just want to thank the board, spokesman, fire department, everybody else that's here. I appreciate it. Makes me feel old. And, I came out here and I appreciate everything you do for the fire department, citizens. God bless all of you.
I can see.
Okay, we'll keep, move along. Ordinance 2026 06, establishing a building and construction related fund. Any questions?
I'll make the motion. Or start reading. Order 2026, establishing a building and construction related fees fund. I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Make a motion. For 2026-06, establishing a building and construction related fees fund.
All in favor?
Aye.
3rd quarter 2026 electric tractor factor.
Wow, now.
It's on, it's in vote.
The one, but slow. Oh, yeah, it's like. But yeah. There we go. Not like I really need a microphone in English, but, so the 3rd quarter tracking factor is a positive. The rate adjustment. Applicable to the above listed rate schedule is 0.007565 per kilowatt hour per month, which basically breaks down to an increase for 500 kilowatts a month from $92.80 to $93.08, which is 28 cents a month increase.
Move to approve 3rd quarter 2026 electric rate tracking factor. All in favor? Aye. Aye. Okay, consider equipment exchange agreement between Zionsville Fire Department and the Jamestown Fire Department.
This is. This have it in front of you. This is what the town of Zionsville sent us, I believe it was forwarded on to you. It's a simple exchange of assets. What we're receiving is the 2027 mobile concept safety trailer by Scotty Fire Safety. They estimate the value of $5,000. The town of Jamestown agrees to purchase equipment in the amount of $5,000 from MES Life Safety LLC on behalf of the Zionsville Fire Department. I believe the volunteers went ahead and stepped up and gave Lori the $5,000 to fund this project, donated it to the town to fund this project. I'm just asking that you guys sign this and approve this so we can go ahead and get this transfer going. As long as Patrick has looked it over and says it's okay.
Yeah, the only thing I would say is that whatever is purchased for Zionsville in the future, you need to follow the procurement policies for the $5,000.
I believe it says in here, the exact equipment that Jamestown is to purchase will be, there'll be something given to us at a later date.
Motion. Make a motion to approve the equipment exchange agreement between Zionsville Fire Department, Jamestown Fire Department. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Joe?
Go. You can call it.
Try to keep it moving.
Well, I'm over there several times.
I know. I took a nap before I came over. I want to let you know that at the end of these, there is a document that from a signed contract that we already have with for the Holden agreement.
Yes.
That already locks them in to pay for this, to reimburse us for this.
Right.
Already come by the council and by,
But in context.
Yeah.
Yes, that's part of it.
yeah.
So the next sections, which was the Comcast Make Ready sections 1.1 through, or 1.1, 1.2, 2.2, 2.3, and 2.4. Basically what this comes down to is all the poles and different sections that Comcast had came through and laid out that they needed, or that needs to be replaced to be able to support or have enough room for their equipment on our poles. What it comes down to is a total of 80 poles that are going to be replaced and $857,000 worth of work material. This is going to work different than what the subdivision is. Comcast has already contacted us and wants us to build it ahead of time. So no work will commence until money is actually received in hand. This is how it's being done in other communities with IMPA and everything else. So IMPA says that they're pretty good about paying on the spot, but that is the way this will be. Is there will be no work commenced until money has received us, has been received by us. And like Lori had said, this is all part of the full attachment agreement that we already have a contract with them on anyways.
My question, Josh, is every one of these, like Terry messed. Every one of them. So what if, if we approve 1.1 tonight, below are the estimates for labor and materials. $250,000. Okay. And let's say it comes in higher. It comes in at 300,000.
Well, here's the thing, Shane. All this right here was certified by IMPA before we ever send the agreement to Comcast. So IMPA has said that this is what it's going to be. If there is an overrun in the contract, it does not matter. It says they will do it at the cost that it takes to do it.
If that's, section 8, make ready, B, A.
So
So I'd have to read through the contract. Is
Make ready, A. You look at that, it says that they will pay the estimated costs. Not limited to the amount shown as estimates by the power company.
sorry. That's part like that part of
And that's the contract thing,
Yeah.
right?
This is the thing that me and Patrick sat through almost 4 hours with Comcast and went back and forth until we got it to where we felt that it was comfortable. And this was, wow, almost a year ago, I think now, if I remember correctly. But yes, they are liable for all costs, no matter if it's the estimate or not. So. So their Advance is ahead of us as far as IMPA doing the work, and that's the way that it's coming down the pike anyways towards us. So I'm going to bet at 80 poles, we're a good, I'm going to say between 4 and 6 weeks, depending on weather. That's pretty good. So when IMPA gets in there and starts doing the poles, it's not bad. But the only issue is if there's storms that come in, well, they've got dedicated members that they got to go take care of and stuff first and stuff like that. So, but yes, if they get in here and start going, it's not that bad. Anything the town will have to do before $1 clearing, get stuff ready, that you know of. Everything was documented. When pictures of all poles and all that stuff was documented as they were submitted, so everything is pretty much known what the area is. There may be a few things that has changed since they did that, you know, a couple of ranks. Nothing major. So the good thing is for us is we're getting 80 poles that we do not have to pay for and replace.
you said you're not fencing anywhere.
We're not commencing any work until after they pay.
I've already submitted the.
Because Comcast has actually asked us for ahead of, you know,
Yeah,
so that's the reason why this is just now coming front, because that was the first time Comcast actually said, here we go. This is all being done. They secured grants through the state and some federal money to pay for all this. So that's been the part that stretched it out, but they're on track to be done by late summer. So they're one September-ish, maybe early October.
Any other questions? Motion to approve, make ready, section 1.1.
Motion to approve, make ready, section 1.1.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I was thinking.
Janet, you want to wait right down through there?
Make a motion to approve, make ready, section 1.2.
Second.
All in favor?
I.
Aye.
Make a motion to approve, make ready, section 2.2.
All in favor? Aye.
Make a motion to approve, make ready, section 2.3.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Make a motion to approve, make ready, section 2.4.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. This all of them right here?
Yes. Yeah.
Consider the lawless camera quotes, 1056. 1056, this is the camera for the new downtown building in the park. It will have, 4 cameras around the building, so we will know if anyone is being mischievous before I get in trouble. The quote is for $2,555.
Pass.
Can
Can this be passed on the first?
we're just making an agreement.
We said that we follow the laws, the camera votes, 10556 and 1057.
Just 1056.
1056.
A second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Now we'll look at 1057. This is for the, nature park. There will be cameras at the nature park on the existing pavilion and the new building.
I move we accept the Verizon Internet quotes, 1057.
This is the Lawland for 1057. For $1,460. You're all right.
One question, will all these cameras be towards, all towards we did, just so
This is, okay.
she motion that
Yes.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Think it's laws.
Now,
Now,
now we are at the Verizon Internet quotes. So the for adding the two, the downtown park and the nature park. This is both of them, right, Lori?
yes, the 5G is the downtown one, the downtown park, and the data light is the nature park.
The nature park is $30
And we have like
a month.
4 cameras at the downtown park, so
And the downtown park will have guest Wi-Fi, correct?
yes, for the
For a while.
right.
So the camera, the internet data package for the nature park is $30 a month. The internet package for the camera at the downtown park is $45 a month. There will be Wi-Fi, public Wi-Fi, the same as in town building. So, that's $74.99. Motion to approve.
You have a motion to approve Verizon Internet quotes?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Is there a reason that we need Wi-Fi to work the cameras or just so people can use it
Where?
anywhere in the nature park or down?
Yeah, you have the Wi-Fi around the cameras.
Okay, got it. That makes sense. Thank you.
HWC agreement for the ADA transition plan backdated August 2025. John?
He probably doesn't know anything about it.
Okay, you don't?
Probably not.
Yeah, I sorry, Payne. I really don't know much about that. That
There you
plan.
go.
Say it again, John.
I said I'm really not familiar with that. I mean, I know it's from our transportation department, and I know it's been, I think, back in 2025 when they first presented this. So, Basically, yeah, I know it's NDOT requirement for this ADA plan to meet their requirements and stay up to date on the ADA requirements and accessibility laws and regulations.
Does anyone have any questions?
If you want, I'll talk about it. Because I initiated this last year because we were, in order to go after grants with the community crossing grant, stuff like that, we had to have our ADA. I initially made contact with HWC and Lockmuir. Lockmuir never could really give us an answer on it. HWC's already got a group on it. Somehow in the rush to get it all in by the time, I know we had discussed it and the price then, but we just never got this contract signed with them on it, and they did perform the service. So that's the reason why it's being backdated, is because we were in a rush and somehow this one document made it, or fell through the cracks on it with all the other documents, because I think there was 5 or 6 different documents we had to get passed for the ADA.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen this.
Right, but
Yes.
it's one of them that, yeah. So that's why this is here.
And didn't she also say though that,
They did not use all of it from last year in their planning. They said that they would use the remaining to update it this year for the updated requirements that was required for the community crossing.
but honestly, I have not paid anything at all for this. I've not been billed for this at all. Unless it was just in that hourly billing, but I never seen anything that said for ADA stuff. So you guys are about to look into that, John.
Yeah, I'll get with Scott and let you know when I find out.
You're in favor of the town.
Say more.
Make a motion. HWC for ADA transition plans backdated to August 25.
All in favor? All right. John, since you're still on there, did you have anything you needed to touch base on?
Yeah, I was just going to give an update on the wastewater treatment plant. The contractor Reynolds is substantially complete, and the plant's been operating as intended for several weeks now. Josh and I met out there with them a few weeks ago and did a pre-final walkthrough and identified several punch list items. So that's what they're focusing on right now. Actually, they're not on site right now, but they're talking with Reynolds. I think end of this month they're going to be back out to knock out those punch list items. But yeah, other than that, the plant has been operating, like I said, for a while and operating well with the new SBR tank and new facilities. There's, based on Reynolds' latest budget, there's almost 300,000 of contingency remaining, which is great. But there is one big ticket item at the plant that I've mentioned before, and I know Josh and I have discussed, and the contractor, which is a new discharge sewer. The existing sewer that leaves the plant and discharges to the creek is a 10-inch. During peak flows and rain events, it backs up. It causes some issues, and so that's an item that I know Josh has wanted to address for a while. And so they just submitted today a estimated budget to replace that 10-inch with an 18-inch using directional drilling, so trenchless method of replacement, because it's going through the kind of wooded area back to the creek. And that budget was around 275,000. So there is contingency to cover it, but that does use most of the contingency. I think they're being pretty conservative in their estimates, so there could be more left after that, but that's kind of what we're looking at right now, and that'll probably be something we'll have some more discussions on and talk with Shane about that moving forward with that item. But right now, it's kind of where things stand out there.
Thank you.
Anything else, Josh, or questions you guys have?
I was just gonna add, the reason why we chose to do that was because, by boring, we did not have to get a lot of environmental, into deeper environmental, permits and stuff like that for disturbing through the wooded area. So this was saved a lot of time, which still saves some money on the back end of it by everybody's efforts that we have to pay for to pursue it. So, but yes, we need to, I just seen that myself right at the beginning of the council meeting, the email, so I have not really got to dig into it. So I was planning on having a conversation with you, John. So,
Okay. Yeah, I figured we'd be talking here this week about that, but just want to provide that update.
oh, just so you know, John, they did finish the fence as of yesterday. So all the new fencing is put in.
You said they did finish it?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Good. Thank you, John.
All right, thank you. And Lori, I'll check on that and that ADA transition plan agreement and let you know.
Thanks. Move on to consider lawnmower quotes, Josh Russo and Susan Barton.
Our 60-inch Toro, it's got, well, now it's over 1,000 hours on it. It's the one that's used the most and abused the most. So I've reached out to Busenbark, which is located in Brownsburg, a family-owned business there. Russo would be Howard's, what used to be known as Howard's Electric. They were bought out. Russo's is $12,490 and Busenbark is $11,674.53. I have no preference in this on who. I'm going to say the cheapest one.
Is it the self-right?
It's exactly the same. The only thing that was different was the Voodoo tire change out, which actually that is my fault anyways. Russo was not charging anything for it. It comes with the correct tires. I was thinking the Voodoo tires was the more aggressive tire, but it's not. So the turf tire is actually less traction, which we don't want.
You're not gonna remove that.
Yeah, but it was a zero charge anyway, so it doesn't matter. So that both of them come with the right tire. The Voodoo tire is the correct tire we want. So
We've used Howard for so long.
It's different.
it is very different now. That's kind of my issue since Russo bought them out. They are now a big corporate business.
That's just that, the town has utilized him for years and years.
Correct.
Ocean Park. Then, before you leave, I have a question.
Okay. Bye. I got another news.
I'll make a motion to the purchase of the 60-inch Seamaster, 3 Busenbark lawn equipment for the total of $11,674.53. I don't have a second.
You didn't want to discuss anything?
Well, It sounds like if this is now a corporate. Good. Good.
With that,
That now that Russo is a corporate.
so the issue I've had with Russo is, their whole structure is totally different now. Used to, you could talk to Howard or Kip and, you know, being everything. Well, Kip does not have the final say so on anything anymore, so, it's just.
That's kind of uncomfortable.
It is. It's not a. I've always been a big favor of the family businesses. I'd rather give my money to them versus somebody that's 4 or 5 chains deep. Not only that is Toro is not their only mower that they sell now. They're pushing other things because they're such a bigger company. They handle Bobcat and all kinds of different stuff. So it's not.
Husqvarna.
Husqvarna is a well-known family business out there. They've been there for years.
Have a few kids.
So, I was gonna say, their reputation is very good.
It's very good. Okay, then I will second the motion.
All in favor? Aye. Josh,
Yes.
someone. Two things. You buy a new lawnmower, and I'm gonna start critiquing your mower. Your mower person,
Well, we're getting a new one anyway, so.
because the last mower person seemed to like to run over a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Very much. So I will be watching. So you can tell whoever's mowing that they are being watched enough to be tearing up the new lawnmower.
Well, there's that.
My second thing is what do you think we'll get out of the old mower when you surplus that? I think it has any value at all.
Oh, it still has some value. I mean, I think we can somewhere between, you know, easily $1,500 or more.
I just wanted to know.
And the reason why is I've been pricing them just to see about where everybody seems to fall on the commercial mowers and somewhere around there on about those hours. So, I mean, we have serviced it. We've kept up on everything. So it's just that point that if we keep going for us, it's good for a secondary person, somebody's home, things like that. It's great for, but for us as commercial as well, as much as we use it weekly, it's getting to that point that we're going to have to start replacing a lot of stuff on it. At that point, you know,
No, I
so
don't.
a homeowner doesn't use it as much as we.
I don't disagree with that. I just am giving you fair warning. And I will be watching whoever is mowing, and I will be livid when they're mowing over rocks and stumps and playground equipment and everything else.
We'll have to do a bit, sealed bid on that.
When we go to surplus it.
Yes.
We have done it, and the town has done it historically 2 different ways. One has been the sealed bids, and the other one is actually have it through an auction. So you actually have to have somebody come in and set up an auction and say, we're going to have. And it doesn't hurt if we got a bunch of stuff that we're going to surplus and get rid of to do that. And it doesn't have to be somebody that is actually certified auctioneer. It's just somebody standing up there saying, who bids what? We just have to have a auction.
And then you have a buyer's premium and a seller's premium, so the auctioneer doesn't charge you for selling it.
So,
The last 2 mowers that the town sold were sealed bids.
so
The Dixie choppers that we sold were sealed bids.
in my opinion, and this is my opinion only, I think when you actually have a auction where you have somebody that's actually auctioning off, like I said, it does not have to be an auctioneer. It can be Shane up there just asking what they bid on it type thing.
Cookies is bad enough. You don't want me doing it.
But you know that you get more out of it that way versus the sealed bids, because sometimes with the sealed bids, everybody just puts the low number and it's a crack.
Are we gonna have lots of stuff?
Don't know. We gotta get the new mower in and make that decision another month. So It's something we got, before we get it surplus. So it's just out there for everybody to, like I said, it's my opinion only. It's not what anybody has to go by.
Can you trade it in?
No, we cannot. That's the sad point. We can sell it to another town,
Yeah.
but we cannot actually trade it in. They do not allow us to do that.
Really?
Yeah,
They do on police cars.
but not lawnmowers and things like that.
I wasn't sure.
So
You want a new, police car?
there's not enough value there.
You're a 1.5.
Josh, is that you said you can't trade it in, is that like a?
It's a state, yes, it's a state thing.
All right.
Yes, there's only certain ways that you're allowed to dispose of stuff. So. But. All right. So,
There's nothing else with the lawnmower.
with lawnmowers, no.
We'll move on to the new utility building quote.
So as I've made aware before that, we have, especially with the sewer plant upgrade, we have just ran out of room for storage. So we have enough room to add on 40 by 80 extension onto our shop. And basically it's 3 bay doors. It's bigger than 3 bays, but we can have 3 more bays for vehicles to park into and park in. It'll be, I don't know if it'll be heated right at the beginning, but that's the plan. I would imagine that we're going to heat that site as well. I reached out to 3. As you can see, that we have Minnow Fisher, which he's an Amish man down in Rockville. I reached out to Cleary. Cleary actually responded, and I reached out to FBI, who was the original building. We did not get anything from that.
Oh, okay.
They never respond. No, they never respond.
I just want to tell the public that that's twice. We reached out to FBI for the downtown building. Crickets.
So, Minnow Fisher, quote was $138,872, which he gave me this at the beginning of May. I reached out to him just to double check, and he said this price is good until the end of the year from him. Cleary's ended up being, going to the 100-page document sentence.
It's the very last. Page second to the last, sorry.
Yeah. $182,120. Going through here, everything's pretty much the same except for Minnow did not do stone fill or, when they go to do the concrete, which is fine as far as buying material, which is fine. I'd rather us buy it anyways because we're not getting marked up on it. So, even at that, I don't foresee that being more than what?
50,000.
Yeah, it's not gonna be way more than that.
No, I mean, it's-
What was the size?
I don't know. I heard
40 by 80.
Brian's rates were going up.
40 by 80.
You're probably,
It'll be less than 10.
yeah, it'll be probably, you're looking about 6.5, so.
Well, I was figuring. So. But yeah, there's you're looking at a $50,000 difference between the two. So,
And everything else.
everything else is the same. We're going to be responsible for the electric, so it's a exterior, interior, insulated interior with interior wall ceiling, and then I'm doing the electrical. So, that's how I had both bid it. You go through, you'll see that on the far wall, we're doing a concrete wall, retaining wall, because we're getting close to that hillside. Make sure that everything stays safe on that side. We won't have any issues with water or anything like that.
Talking about the stem wall, right?
Yes, correct. So, everything else is pretty much the same. Insulated overhead doors, all that fun stuff.
I know Josh has been wanting this building for 3 years and I have held the reins on him and I agree with him that it's time. Man, he takes good care of his shop. It's clean. It's just full.
And I've been pretty creative over the years on using the max out of our space we've got in the shop, so I have built storage, custom storage for us and everything else.
Anyone have any questions?
I was gonna say, Josh, is this when you asked me about this stuff, so.
We will have a move again, yes.
I checked on.
Make a motion to approve. New utility building to Minnow Fisher. In the amount of $138,872. Those small items. $138,872.
So Josh,
Yes.
or someone seconds this. I have a question.
What's that?
Because over our many projects, I am learning.
Okay.
So the 138,000. Should we put a small contingency in there?
I would, usually you're somewhere between 15 and 20% on top of what your is when you do a contingency.
But I just want to say that on that 15-20%,
That is you to control, not me.
no, I'm just,
No,
you're the one that I always ask questions to. You're one of them too. My issue is I don't want to approve 138,000. And then you start on your building and you come back and you say, hey, we ran, stone went up or whatever, and we're having to pay X amount of $15,000 more. Okay. Now I understand that the normal 15 to 20% is a completed job, but we are going to do our own fill. I assume that we're going to source that ourselves.
Right.
You're doing the electric.
correct.
So would you say 10%? You think 10%
So we do.
contingency? Or just make it even $15,000 contingency?
I would, yes.
You see what I'm
And
saying?
that's not including the rocks.
That's not including the rock. This is
Correct.
Meadows Park.
Right.
We have not done a project yet. The town has not done a project yet that we have not gotten into contingency money. And
The shed went in without any.
But yeah, I agree with you, Shane. We're not going to approve it with the negative 15,000 on it, just so that there's a contingency. And we already have it going in.
would you agree
And
that
that's, you guys can point Shane just like you did over the sewer plan or whatever to review it.
it ain't even about that? It's just, I don't want to just keep coming back.
Right.
Now, the doors and stuff, that's not like openers and all that.
Yes, it, yeah, no, it's 14-foot commercial grade openers and a 36 entry door. No, it's in there.
That's pretty darn fair.
It's a dang good price. I could not.
He gave you a farm.
I think I did.
Because that could have been normally a commercial would have been almost double that.
It's that. Ain't you a little bit?
Probably a frank wiggle room. Does this have, beds in
It's. Yes.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. 15%.
No, no. 15,000.
Wow.
My calculator used to see big numbers.
Can't you just approve the 138, blah, 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 plus a $15,000 contingency?
$153,872.
So the, what was that again?
And that's still below the other.
I would make a,
Two.
well, I would make two. The estimate, the amount of 138,872 in addition to a $15,000 contingency. Governance.
And a 15% contingency.
That's the contrast.
Yes. Okay, so let me redo my motion. One of three. The utility building to Dental Fisher, for the amount of $138,872 with a $15,000 extra in contingencies for anything that may arise.
Okay.
I
Not second.
No.
Well, why did you still look at me? I was. I was making sure to put the right information.
So Ben, you made the motion, Cookie, you seconded?
Yes, I did.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And Josh, for these, we'll do the contract.
I will do.
Yeah.
It might be a little harder to get him.
No, it's pretty easy. It's not bad.
What?
Getting him to get those information.
Okay. I wasn't sure. It's all I've got is the email that the guy can use this for.
Yes.
But-
We'll have to, you'll have to probably call him at 9.
Right.
Or call him and leave him a message, he will call you back.
And I can get him any papers.
Okay,
And both contracts too.
okay.
Who's this?
Dental Fisher.
Contract, but actually.
Menno is the contractor.
Is
He's
the
an
contractor.
Amish guy and they only call at night. Or very early in the morning.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Okay,
But Treasurer,
hey, him and I will go on tomorrow for training and for customer service training. We will also be gone July 13th, July 16th. And be back July 17th for training.
Are you guys gonna put that on like your alert to let people know that?
Do you think that's something that should be on our alert?
Do what?
Yeah, I always have a like, I know, you don't want to.
Don't want to be obnoxious.
Exactly.
Yes, but you have people, especially since you're open tomorrow for
Yeah.
payments and stuff, people come in there and well, pay my bill, but there's nobody here. and-
I think
you always pay your bill in the Dropbox.
Yes.
Right. They confuse people.
People like
Oh,
you. I posted it on Facebook,
okay. All right.
but
People get.
yeah, I'm always conflicted about what to send as a.
For a sign on the door.
The building is closed, that probably should.
Oh.
What you said,
So when the building's closed, it probably should be out there.
even like a sign on the door or something. Like,
Oh, yeah, we'll put a sign on the door. But yeah, then it has to.
Cause I had people ask me, where? Oh.
Okay.
Fine. Thank you.
Is that it, Lord?
I will need to be scheduling our budget meetings. So start thinking about like. What you're going to do. Oh, actually, I will be attending the first MUST meeting tomorrow as well. I'm kind of going to be doing the customer service training. And then at 3 o'clock, I have to jump on the MUST meeting with the, one of the Boone County council members. To start talking about, because in 2029, the county will have to adopt our lit rates. And we're all trying to come to an agreement on. I would like to see a countywide lit rate. I'm pretty sure Zionsville, they can adopt their own rate, because since we're below 3,500, we cannot adopt our own rate. The county has to adopt it. So. Our meeting needs to work for us. And that's all.
Patrick? I've got nothing. I'm happy to answer any questions if anybody has any.
Josh was up there long enough.
We had a citizen out at Western Acres 3 contact us a couple of weeks ago, to let us know that the siren out there was not good at all. We had that service earlier this year and had to have a new motherboard put in it. So I contacted the company to come out and look at it again, thinking, a warranty issue. Well, no, it was hit by lightning. It actually blew part of it apart and melted a lot of the wires. Me and Lori's working with the insurance company right now. We got them the documents today, the affidavit they needed, so we should know something soon. As soon as we do, we will get it ordered and have it put back up as soon as we can. Other than that, housing addition is moving along. They are building more houses and the rest of the roads. We've got a proof rolling Wednesday, as long as there's no rain. And then towards the end of the month, they should be here putting in curbs and paving shortly afterwards. So the water and sewer and storm is in out there. They are currently working on finishing up on the entry area of the electrical is being put in right now. Their pink lady, who is IMPA subcontractor, put in all the conduit, is scheduled to start putting in the main feed from FTIC over. We did get all that easement taken care of last time, and we got it staked out and all that stuff. So we're moving forward on that. We've already talked about things at the sewer plant. Winding down a little. Everything's been working perfect. Except for one hiccup, which I'm in contact with SNK, who is the control people for the main lift station at the sewer plant. When we upgraded the pumps, we found out that the controller is not working like it's supposed to. It's kicking on and turning off the pumps, but it is not doing it to the parameters it's set to be doing it. It's doing it when it wants to do it, which is an issue. The other issue was when it was designed and built, they did not make the backup float system separate. So if this controller decides to completely go out, the floats are tied into it. So therefore, that lift station has to go through some rewiring to make it work on the floats itself anyways. So we're working on trying to come up with a solution. They no longer make that controller. The company makes a replacement, but it's 8 to 12 weeks out. SNK has some stuff on the shelf that they can do. They just have to, they're working on a wiring diagram right now, how to separate the floats and put a new controller in. So as soon as we have that, I'll know more on how it's going and let everybody know. But I'm trying to do it to where we can do like FTIC, where the floats are a standalone system. So if we need to, we can actually switch over to the floats and operate off the floats. So, which is the way it should have been designed to be. Other than that, if anybody has any questions.
All right. Second, Josh. Aaron?
Good evening. So for the month of June, looks like we had.
I remember the month of March.
All right, we had 33 traffic stops, only issued 2 tickets, for traffic violations. 25 warnings, 1 vehicle impound. We had 3 runs assisting another agency, 3 runs assisting fire EMS. We had 4 case reports, it shows 3 down below. One of those was for burglary, one was for assisting law enforcement, one was for harassment, the other one was a, an informational report. We have 1 alarm. We had 3 outright arrests. There are 2 asterisks next to that because I got 2 of those arrests taken away from me. I'm sad about it. But I arrested. We have burglary in progress. Just outside the city limits by the interstate, the border house. I got there, made the arrest. County needed it more than I did. That they got that. It didn't help that I was covering transmission. Long story. We did have another arrest separate for that for OWI. And 1 domestic, 2 civil disturbances, 7 reports of suspicious activity, 3 ongoing investigations, 2 welfare checks, 10 patrols, 21 police services, 2 juvenile problems with a juvenile detained. Not really what it sounds like. Story. 3 stray critters with 1 dog detained. Deputy Bales. We had 15 ordinance services. 6 warning letters went out. 5 citations went out. We had 4 follow-ups, inspections, 6.1 hours spent on ordinance violations for 113 calls. We want to active training. Cooperative event. We generally do every Sunday. Pennies. Thanks. We'll be at the academy at some point this month. Here and there to assist with EVOC. They sent out a multitude of desperate instructors. Currently do not have need to break out. EVOC break out in a bad way. I've told them I can't keep it. I'm doing it. So,
How's the started out? You feel like you just struggle?
doing okay. Kind of a moderate sized batch of ordinance violations has gone out already this month. I don't really see that improving. I don't have to tell anyone in here to mow. John, don't leave your trash in the yard, don't leave your trash in the yard. Those folks have been invited to the meetings, they don't come. So the ordinance side's gonna be busy. Feel like things are going okay on the street. I know there was some concerns. Weekends, I've been making an effort to, and a couple of Saturdays with a day shift. Reserves were out last week. Anything else? Patrick, before you leave, I have a question for you about Spotlight. Good.
Thank you. Fire chief.
Good evening. You've been kind of busy this month with a lot of different things, as you got our drill 4 runs. We had 16 total runs, 5, 1 hazardous condition run, and 12 in the last. This is, like I said, it's been a busy month for our firefighters.
we're inviting you on July 11th, and celebrating some Steve. But also this last month, what we've done, we went up to the farmer's market here and helped the JCP put out flags, put the flag in your celebration. We also participated in the 4th of July London Parade, which was really fun. It was really kind of exciting to hear. Quite a few people from London were excited that Jamestown was there. I was really impressed. So we had 3 vehicles that we took up there and went up there and enjoyed that with everybody. Might have also noticed that this month too that we were out at FTIC. It was something that we kind of done while they were out shut down. Be able to walk the building with them with Dave Smith. Dave Smith gave us a great tour of his facility. We invited quite a few other fire departments around us to join us from North Salem, Lisbon, New Ross, and Ladoga, and even the Brownsburg Fire Department come out with their ladder company, 131, participating in these walkthroughs. This just gives us an idea of what kind of hazards we're going to be encountering if we get called to these facilities and where the things are at. So it was awesome that Dave took the time out of his day to do that for us. So, but it was a lot of learning that day. If you haven't noticed too, that Aiden, one of our firefighters, Aiden Leonard, has been kind of running around town here. I think he kind of scared Pam here in the town building when he come in. Was doing some of the pre-planning and stuff, but some data entry on the first new program that you guys purchased for us to use. He's been uploading that. I know that we have a total of 4 pre-plans completed, one of them being FDIC, one of them being with the building out there as well. These are plans that when things happen as we respond, we can pull those up. We can know where things are at on the computer, where the shutoffs are, where the doors are, the door numbers, things. So he's going to be continue doing that over the next couple of months, getting that done. So our cadets were busy this month. They got to do CPR training. They also invited the cadets from Ladoga over to join them. They had a pretty big class out there. One of the ladies donated her time and be able to do CPR and the cards as well. Along with that, one of our races, we got a donation from one of our members in the community for $1,000 to the cadets. So the cadets have a little bit of money to work with. They were really super excited about the program and they wanted to donate toward that. Our turnout here is all in with the exception of meetings. We're trying to check the status of those. We should probably hopefully get those in the next couple of weeks and get our firefighters in brand new set of gear. The gear that they're currently in is going to be due to expire next year, but they'll go ahead and keep that set until they expire, and then we'll surplus them to the cadets. Zach has been working on getting them all logged in the computer there, and inventory list. So he's been working hard along with that. We also ordered 2 computers to put in the vehicles. I did find the correct ones that they needed from Amazon for $50 a piece, which was a lot cheaper. $2,200. So we completed the safety trailer thing tonight, so we're excited to get that here for the finish run. And then just the last thing, a reminder is that want to invite. I want you guys to get with you to see who wants to come down when John Fair comes in here on July 15th, 1 o'clock. Myself and Josh will be there. Just reach out to me, let me know which one of you.
No, I have one talking.
No, I understand that. I just want whoever's you want to represent come down. Just let me know that you're going to be there and stuff like that. Really keep it going. So I know Josh has completed all the flow tests and all the things that we need to do that he asked for, and then we'll anything else that he has done with me and anything else. Other than that, do you guys have any questions for me?
I had planned on being there.
Okay. 1 p.m. July 15th.
Joe, how many cadets do you have in the programs?
We currently have, I believe, 6 or 7. 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 6
Joe? Well, I'd like to publicly thank Joe. Joe is new to the position. Got some learning curve to deal with. But I got on Facebook the other day and I've seen 5 fire departments and all these fire trucks at FIC and I didn't know what was going on. And I talked to Joe and I was like, Joe, who's that? Who initiated that? Who initiated to get all these fire departments to go out to FGIC? Joe said, I did. Why? We've never got that. And I just want to thank him for preparing our fire department, our volunteer firemen, and the surrounding fire departments that would respond, God forbid, if something bad happened out there. And I think that, this is a small light in the path that he is ready to take the town and the department, and I just want to thank him because he hasn't been at it very long, and he is making large strides with public safety intervention out at the schoolhouse, farmers markets. He is inserting himself in the fire department and the community, and I just want to thank him. Thank you, Joe.
I appreciate it, but I have a lot of great guys that are working hard too.
I know you do, but you're leading them.
And I appreciate the fact that your wife keeps up with you and helps out also in different ways.
That's all mostly Sarah putting up, that's all mobile. Not quite as bad as Lori putting up.
They will say.
Yeah. Yeah, Sarah's the chief, not me. She's. I'm just a puppet.
You're just the voice.
Well, thank you guys. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. Building and planning. Boy, oh boy. So building and planning, we got permits pending for permits issued 5, and we have 1 inspection, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inspections done. 6 inspections done. Lori, things going pretty good
I believe so.
with the building department.
Yes. I feel like it is. Either way, I mean, we don't usually have this many inspections. Right. At one month. So, just wait. I know these are mostly overload, but
I was gonna say, they've got one that just started digging foundation on the day, and then they submitted for another one next door, and I believe the developers looking at doing their secondary plat, rest of that paved area by August. So they
have those been purchased?
the one, not the homes that, the next 2 homes have not, so they built them all, or working on buying homes. The other 2 they're calling, they just say spec homes.
Okay.
So they're building it to maybe somebody to buy it because they're ready to buy and move in, and then they'll also build somebody what they want. And I have to admit, Arbor's doing what they promised to do so far. The next 2 houses are totally different houses than what's the model house. So, I mean,
They do have they have to change the size of the driveways.
Yes.
There's a
There's a slope, on it. Yeah, steepness.
So they will be before the,
And the other thing is a setback.
like,
There's one of the setback variance for the driveway from the corner of intersections because they don't want a manhole in the driveway. So they need to slide over like 5 feet, get out of the driveway.
so they would, we prefer to be created by person. Next month. Yes, I think it's really month.
JCP.
Everything's on track for the upcoming event, the fish fry coming up. We do have a meeting this coming Tuesday for fish fry, and we'd like to make sure, see if the building was available to do a walkthrough and make plans for the upcoming event.
Yeah.
Tuesday, it'd be Tuesday. Or this following Tuesday. 13. Also, let's see, I haven't heard anything from Jonathan, from the Mexican restaurant. Jonathan, he acted as if he was really interested in doing them, serving alcohol, but he hasn't got back with me on any paperwork or anything. He does have paperwork. As soon as it was available, I came up and got it delivered to him, and he's appreciative of it, but he hadn't got around to filling it out yet, I guess. So,
Have you asked anybody else?
no.
I don't know your conversations. I don't know when they took place. But I know that Lori and I ate up there, I think the end of last week. Right? Lori? And his wife was in Mexico. Because we asked him if he gotten the paperwork from Jason. And he said that yes, he had gotten the paperwork, but, and I'll screw her name up, but I call it Flora.
Yeah, I think that's how.
Was in Mexico, and when she came home, he would have her fill out that paperwork.
Okay.
So I don't want to, be mad at him just.
Yeah, no. Me and Jason had talked about it, and we were, because Jason had needs to work with him also, so we just neither one of us has heard anything from him. So he acted. I mean, he's excited. So obviously, we won't work with him on that, but we haven't got anything. So it may not happen for the fish fry. So it is what it is. But that is actually that's really all I have. The big thing is getting things ready for the event. Oh, also, do you have a contact for the phone company to be able to use that parking lot as we normally do?
Ryan, we have bought that every single year. Because we had a contact, and then the contact,
They sold it to Brasby.
they always something different. So in the past, we've always just tried to catch somebody over there.
Maybe I'd leave a note on the window.
At one point I did have, but I don't remember that was happening.
Okay.
Keep an eye out.
I meant to ask earlier. I meant to ask you guys earlier, and I frankly have forgotten about it. So until actually just now. So. But yep, that's all I have.
You guys are more than welcome to come up there. Some of you have been there, but I mean, it's gonna look just like it does today.
Yeah.
It'll look just like it does today, Tuesday.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, all right. Any questions?
Thank you.
Thanks.
Nothing to report.
Nothing. I said not much. Few little things.
Even. So last meeting, we talked about, cider festival preparations. We're gonna have the Coon Holler Kids or some versions of them throughout the whole day this year. So not much switching there. I believe all the tools have come in except for the lockers, or everything else come in. No, still not.
They were supposed to come today. but
Okay,
they
still not.
didn't show up.
All the tools are down in the shed, a good majority are put together and organized and put away. Some I still gotta go down there and put together and wait. We're gonna have tons of room for a long time.
I have a question.
Sure.
I haven't been down by there or looked over there, but did you put the emails off?
Oh, they're in the shed. Yeah, it was like one of the,
Middle room.
I haven't tackled the middle room.
Because we need to get that cleared up because if you get into the water in there. and
Yeah,
shut it
yeah,
off
yeah.
like that water thing.
First one, put all the new stuff away and then I'll
Go
have
in
that.
there.
But yeah, that's on my list. of
Dick, clear
things.
that water shut off one minute.
The Chinese silvergrass at the entrance, it's been gone for a while, but now I'm starting to, did one of the triangles, kind of dug it out, re-soiled it, planted it, and I'm gonna do the same thing for the other side. All the boxes that are moved into the trails will now, it's a combination of plants we got from Boone County Solid Waste Management and from Pete Berger's nursery that he donated to us. I still have some sitting in the back to take down to the fire department and put out by the lake or the pond. The trees are still doing great. Market's doing great. Looking forward to being part of the fish fry. Yeah, happy camper. Thanks.
Yeah, wait a minute. I didn't listen. I just wanted to mention that, Susie Rich, has won the Aaron Stuckey. I can't say. I can't say it now. Philanthropic award from Boone County. And it's quite a neat award. It's for all the work that she does and, just she, as you know, she's about everywhere. And, it will be in the journal, this month when it comes out, but, it's a really neat award. So if you see her, be sure to mention. Thank you for her. It's quite a deal for Jamestown. She does a lot of work. Oh, she does a lot of work. Yes. I'm sorry. What's the meeting? Oh, I am. No, not yet. I just wanted to let everybody know that we're having a free pancake breakfast for the building dedication on July 18th. And, everybody's welcome to come.
Free pancake breakfast
Yes.
on July 18th.
July 18th.
9 to 11.
9 to 11.
Immediately, the farmer's market's amazing. On the 18th.
Oh, the 18th, sorry. Yeah, you're right. You guys need to make it any good.
Well, Park Board is still looking for one appointment. The RDC meets July 9th at 6:30. The park meets July 28th at 6. The park Virgil Bench, Catherine Bench, community building dedication, July 18th, 9 to 11. Plan commission, August 6th at 6:30. The BZA, August 6th at 6 p.m. And please do not forget the fish fry, August 1st. And I am sorry, I do not remember his hours. I think 3 to 8. Is there, it is on here, public press to speak, not related to agenda item or related to agenda item. Does anyone wish to speak?
Thank you.
Yeah, we've been on the adjourn this meeting.
Trying to the last.
The third one, Sharon, because she had to leave and she asked if I was gonna say anything, but, BCA
when we approved the variance for the car lot uptown, it was supposed to have been paved. Now, I understand that something has changed and they no longer have to pave it, but our question is, why was that not addressed to the BZA when that decision was made? If we thought we had final word on the conditions on that. And so we still keep looking for it to be paved and
And there
it's not
hasn't been
supposed to.
paved. Reason why it hasn't been able to be paved is because of drainage.
But someone should have come to the BZA and presented that or given us something.
That's
That's-
I'm telling you, they have.
No, that's why I'm up here, just because it's a communication breakdown.
So that's what it said.
Yes, and there again, that's another issue. We don't get good communication from Deb. I know she's doing a lot, but just like our meeting the other night where she was not participating, we have questions.
Yeah.
She was
We-
not.
Well,
I do not disagree with Tina nor Sharon because I looked and looked and looked and looked and looked and looked and looked for over a year for paving to start on the car lot because that was a stipulation.
and we gave them 6 months.
And it went way past 6 months and I seen them putting that black mat down and I called him and I said, hey, when are they gonna pave that? I see they're putting that drainage stuff in for their parking lot. They're not gonna pave over that. She's told me what had happened for the drainage through Carroll with the county and with the state and yada, yada, yada. And I agreed with Tina and Sharon. That is fine. If you have a meeting and you trump someone should notify who was trumped. So I agree with them. It's shitty communication.
Thank you.
I move we adjourn this meeting.
Craig is agreed. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned at 8:08 p.m.
Where the-
Oh, no, you're good. It may not.